Man's best friend, their dog. When they're clean, you love them. When they're dirty, you don't want to touch them. Hi, I'm Abby Lathan. I do my internship at Dirty Dog Wash as a professional dog groomer. So my mentor was Nick Gillespie. He has been working at Dirty Dog Wash for 13 years, and he actually owns Dirty Dog Wash for 10 years. So, Dirty Dog Wash is a self-serving dog groomers on Main Street, Huntington Beach. And what this means is that you could take in your dog and wash them for only $15 to $18. It is conveniently located on Main Street, so it's right next to the beach. And what that means is that so what I did during my internship was I learned how to schedule appointments. And what they do is just simply go on the computer and they type down the name of the dog, what time they're able to go, and the type of dog. I also learned how to properly groom a dog and how to use the right equipment, and I also learned the differences between brushes, which I'll talk about later. Alright, so for pricing at Dirty Dog Wash, they mostly judge it upon the size of the dog, because this way, if the dog is really small, like this Chihuahua in this picture, it's usually relatively cheaper because you don't use as much product and because it doesn't take as long to groom them than to, say, a larger dog. So now I'll get into my process, which is how to groom a dog. So the materials that are needed are a bathtub, scissors, nail clippers, dog shampoo, Q-tips, brushes, and towels. Now here's a quick overview about the grooming process. So the timing varies on the type of dog. So if it's a bigger dog, it's going to take longer. The shampoo and conditioner process usually takes around 7 to 10 minutes, but like I said, depending on the size of the dog. So step one is gathering supplies. So you want to make sure they want to make sure there's enough product. So that means that there's enough product inside the label containers. They want to make sure the brushes are clean, so no extra dog hair. If there is dog hair, they just simply pull it off of the brushes. They want to make sure there are clean towels and that the tubs are clean from previous dogs. And they want to make sure there's enough cotton balls. Yikes. Okay. Step two is getting the dog in tub. They do this by either lifting the dog up or using the stairs. So if it's a really small dog, like in this picture, they just simply put the dog to the tub. But if it's a really big, heavy dog and that they can't lift it, they just use the stairs and the dog walks up the stairs and into the tub. Step three is washing. So first they want to make sure the water isn't too hot or too cold, because if it's too hot, it could burn the dog. And before adding shampoo and conditioner, they get the dog completely wet. Then they put the shampoo onto the dog's back first and then scrub deep with their nails into the dog's skin cells. This way the dog gets all moisturized and won't result in dandruff. And then the amount of product varies for each dog depending on the size of the dog and the type of hair. Because if it's like really curly hair, most of the time that takes more product. Step four is drying. So they use a towel dryer and the blow dryer. Most dogs don't like blow dryers though, because the loud sounds tend to scare them. So first the dog groomers dry the dog off with a towel so they're not dripping wet, and then they take them to the post outside and they use the blow dryer to get the dog completely wet. And right here's a picture that compares towel dry to blow dry, and as you can see, blow dry helps get more of the water out, and so it results in more of a drier dog. Step five is brushing. So if the dog has really curly hair, they use a pin brush, and if the dog has short, thin hair, they use a bristle brush. And the pin brush just helps get more deep into the curls and helps detangle them. And then they use a de-shedding comb for thick-haired dogs, and this way just brushes out most of the hair so the dog does not have as much of a thick coat. Step six is shaving and cutting. So they use scissors and a cordless electric clippers. They use the scissors first in hard to reach places such as like under the armpits and around the face. And then they use the clippers for the rest of the body. They go in layers, so that what that means is starting from the top and then going to the bottom. This way it looks more even and it makes the haircut look better. Step seven is nail trimming and ear cleaning. Now, this is probably the hardest step because dogs don't enjoy getting nails trimmed because it tends to hurt them. And when they cut the dog's nails, they don't want to go past the curve of the nail because there is a blood vessel located, and if they cut past the blood vessel, it will result in bleeding. And it's really sad to see the dogs bleeding from that. So we tried to not hurt them. And when I did my internship, I had to hold on to a little Chihuahua. He was trying really hard to get out of it, out of my holding stance because
Show some respect.
because the dog didn't like it. And then for ear cleaning, my mentor just used a cotton ball, and they dipped the cotton ball in the ear cleaning product, and then they swipe the cotton ball into the dog's ears, but they don't go too deep because that could result in infections in the ear because it would still be all wet, and that would bother the dog a lot. So they can't go too deep into the ear, and they just quickly swipe it in to get all the dirt out. Here's a picture of what a nail clipper is, and what I have with me right now is a nail clipper. And then once they trim the nails and oh my god, once they trim the nails and clean the ears, the grooming process is finished, and then you guys have one happy pup. So would I do this as my future career? No, I don't think I would. I would like to work with animals as a future career, but not dog grooming. I would like to do dog grooming as a job though for the future, but I don't think I'd pursue it. Overall, I thought my internship experience was really great. I loved working with dogs for the 11 hours I had. I met a lot of cute puppies. And if you'd like to contact me, you can reach me on my website under my contact page. You can send me an email. And while you're on my website, you can check out my freshman and sophomore page just to see all the extra work I did. And then you could also check out my junior page with all the work I did throughout the year. Thank you so much for listening.
You're welcome.